It's hot, but I'm hosting a summer solstice potluck for my friends, so I'm braving the oven and making a couple of summery treats. My doctor told me recently that my blood pressure is too high, so I'm doing my best to stick to the advice. I'm making honey cakes so as not to use any refined sugars, and I've taken to incorporating more yoga into my day when I'm feeling the rage rising. I told my doctor that my high blood pressure was probably related to the persistent existential dread that I've had since 2016, but he said I shouldn't self-diagnose and that it was probably all in my head. Another stellar example of women not being trusted to know their own minds and bodies in healthcare. Anyway, in addition to the honey cakes, I'm also making a courgette and yellow squash tart with lemon zest and ricotta. I'm trying to focus on light, bright flavours and colours because when you're surrounded by friends and the people you love, the world looks a little brighter, and I want my potluck dishes to match that energy. I've also found that the more I have to focus on precision in my cooking, the less likely I am to crash out, for the most part. But I'll be honest. The looming threat of nuclear war, the fact that the President of the United States has deployed military forces on home soil, the ongoing climate crises as we experience hotter and hotter summers, and the seemingly endless cancellations to support networks for marginalised communities in the States are all pretty hard to ignore, and it all seeps through the cracks in one way or another, making me wonder what the point of anything... Breathing. Okay, back to it. As we all know, when life gives you a few zested lemons, it's time to make lemonade. I'm using honey in this instead of sugar and adding a few handfuls of mint. I'm also popping a few ice cubes in because if ice is good for anything, it's cooling down drinks in the summer and racially profiling and harassing US citizens and splitting families apart for civil violations. I'm fine. It's all fine. I put a little cinnamon sugar glaze on the honey cakes and decorated them with flowers and reminded myself that just because the world feels like it's burning, it doesn't mean we can't do something about it.